God doesn't lead people using dreams. Hear me well. I get it. Get from the book of Genesis to the book of Malachi. People are being led by dreams. Yes, you can see Joseph in a dream, but that's Old Testament. You see, remember, the New Testament starts when Jesus dies, when the testator dies. So, oh, okay. I need to repeat this part because we might have a problem with people here. New Testament is not in the book of Matthew. It's only in the book of Matthew when we get to a point where Jesus dies. A testament, the Bible says a testament is not a testament until what? Hebrews 9:16, for where a testament is, there must also of necessity, a must for the testator to die. So if Jesus is still alive, you're in the Old Testament. This is the reason why not everything you read in the Bible is actually New Testament. You see it in red most of the times. 90% of the times it's Old Testament. Read it closely, you realize what the Bible says. It actually says, as was the manner of Jesus to go to the synagogue every week. What does it mean? He wasn't going to the church. He was a practicing Jew. Oh yeah, they didn't get it. They messed up. They didn't get that. Now, so when you see the New Testament now, after Jesus' death and resurrection, you realize that nobody was ever led by a dream. Not one. Why is your own different? When I say that, you have people going, what about Peter? He saw a dream of animals. The Bible says he fell into a trance. Shut up when the Bible is talking. It's not a dream, it's a trance. But what about this one? No, read it. It says a vision, a trance. So why do I teach people how to interpret dreams? Very simple. Because that's the basic way, the lowest of God communicating with people. And it's one thing you can do. Even if you're not spiritual, you can dream. Right now, if we wait here for 2 more hours, 3 more hours, some will be dreaming here. Some are already there. So a dream is the weakest level of God talking. He has already tried to use all the New Testament means and failed because you are a dandihead in the spirit. So God comes to you in a dream. But guess what? It's better for him to use the dandihead level and I hear him than to never speak at all. In the New Testament, we are led by the Spirit of God. Marita Kachokama. Why am I telling you this? So, in the realm of the Spirit, we are journeying in the Spirit. I'm talking about you move from one location. And sometimes we reach gradients in the Spirit. Give me that chair. Thank you, son. Sometimes we reach gradients in the Spirit. You know, in these gradients, you might even choose to sit down. Have you ever seen that sometimes you walk just 1 minute like this and you feel, no. It's not time for me to sit and just pray while I'm sitting down like this. People don't know why. Because it's a gradient in the Spirit. You have reached an uphill. And there are battles you need to surmount. You need to conquer some battles. So you are too heavy. Sometimes you wonder, some young people here, you laugh at them. They'll be like, ratabababa. All of a sudden they grab a chair. Rakabaya, retabayaba, matabaya, zekebeyatada. Why? You think it's a joke? No, sir. I'm feeling too light. I might be taken up there. No. Marekabaya, zezepetebe, rekamakaya, mesupretetelebaya. I know what I'm doing. I'm feeling too light in the Spirit. I'm buoyant in the Spirit. And I just need to wedge myself. Marekamaya. I don't know if you are hearing what I'm talking about. So Don't laugh at people. They might be acting somehow crazy when they are praying. You don't know what they encountered in the spirit. They might be in a civilization where everything that they have is buoyant. They begin to fly. They begin to fly. They begin to fly. Ever heard of Joseph Cotendin? This is a Roman Catholic saint. He was useless in class, that the teachers thought he was a dunderhead, a fool. He could not even attend. The teacher would say 1 + 1 2. The man is looking that side, until the mother said, this one is useless. At 7 they took him, and they said, you will save God. When they put there, they made him a deacon, which was called a deaconite at that time. And they said, this one will teach him here about the things of God. While he's in class, you would veer off, his mind would just go. They realized he's not catching anything. Until they said, now, you live in this cell, this is your location where you sit. He started experiencing things in there. That a governor came to see him, said, I want to see a man. They say he's experiencing things and he's not attentive, he's not whatever. As he was sitting there in the church, the man came flying from his cell. The same dunderhead was an expert in the things of the... Listen, you are not a failure. They just put you in the wrong class. I'm talking to somebody. Today you are graduating in the University of Fire. I said you are graduating in the University of Fire. One time they were trying to this cross on top of the chapel, just a cross, and they arrived and they were putting the cross on top of a chapel. He did not talk to anyone. They were failing. Several hours they were there. He was just looking there. They said, leave him, you know him. Then he just started flying, levitating. He grabbed the cross and put it on the top. Say, look at you. These events should be so easy for you to believe. But because you made Christianity all about literature, stories, this is why a small minority of scientists are not believing the Christianity message. Why? Because they think it's a joke. Why do they think it's a joke? You made them think so. Because the level of Christianity you practice is one that is never moved by these things. When you hear testimonies, you say, these people, they just tell us testimonies. When somebody says, I've been healed of HIV, you go like, I don't know, maybe they didn't have HIV. Somebody start talking, they say, no, I don't think they had gotten deeper into trying to train this child to talk. You know why? Because we're used to Christianity of just talking in the Bible and stories about other generals and never about the generals we have. Just veer off Harare town and go just as if you're going to Masingo, and 53 kilometers from here there is a wall 77 meters long, 7 meters high, that around 11 and 12 a sound comes out of it and fire is seen bellowing out of it. This is not some story. It's something you can investigate. And guess what? When you become an investigative person there, you will become the witness. One day we were there sitting there with my father, an apostle from India, and another prophet from Puerto Rico and his wife. And we were sitting there. 17 people there or so. 17 plus, I believe. My father was there too. And as we sat there, they were talking and talking and talking. I just looked left and I saw. And everyone, one by one, they started noticing my attention was no longer there. It was now somewhere else. I went there. And there was an angel standing there. My father started crying. He said, I'm going to die today. How could I? I saw an angel. This man was from Dutch Reformed Church. Do you understand? As much as that was my background, and I gained a lot from there, it never got to the point of experiencing things and be able to come back and talk about them. Those were things where there were mysteries that they never thought would happen, could happen now. My father cried. I took everything. One guy did not see it. One guy. Only one guy. I even took the guy by hand like this, and I stood there. The angel was standing there with his hands like this. 4 meters, 5 meters, go like this. Looking at the big, said, I am not seeing it. The other people are crying. He could not. Last week, my prodigal can tell you, I'm in the car and he's sitting in the passenger seat. I parked by the hotel, Beethoven Hotel. And as I parked there, I just said, let's sit here for a moment. I had already witnessed an angel in the back seat. Now I can't tell him. So we're just sitting there. He said, can we go out? I said, no, let's just stay here. Now I'm waiting for him to experience something. All of a sudden he said, you are joking. He went like this. He's like, no way. What the... When he realized he closed the door and got out. He went like this, say, oh my God. He started telling these guys, I just saw. What really takes place? You see, when I come here, you think I'm just joking. When I say those who have no sense of smell, those who can't, you think it's just a talk. No, I have loaded an economy of something. It's liquid. My bank account, I'm liquid in the spirit. So I know exactly what I can do when I come here. So it's not just, here is your mic, preach. You go, those who can't hear, stand. You'll be the one who wouldn't be hearing after service. You need to load something. It's a journey in the spirit. What are you doing? Sometimes you get to a position where you realize, my God, where I am here, I'm getting, remember, where you get a lock in the spirit, where you know where I am now in the spirit. You see, when you pray, you're like this, Rabba, you get there, you realize, wait a minute. Sometimes a lock in the spirit, remember, is getting to another dimension. And getting to another dimension is not easy. It's difficult. So sometimes you need to turn your car around and use the heaviest gear you have, which is a reverse gear. So you tend to repeat a certain tongue that you started with. And then you wonder, what? I think I was moving. Then you go Rika Shinda. Rika Shinda. One day you will come here and give a testimony of what I'm talking about. I said you will give a testimony. You are first in line